Hi, I'm Orlagh McCloskey and welcome to The Makers. I live in Acton with my husband Brooke, baby Erin and our little cavapoo Leo. I've been in Acton for about 3 years now. This has been my first house. I knew instantly when I walked in it was definitely the right house for me. I was living in a really small basement flat before I moved in here, which had no light at all. Finding something that had light, that was like top of my priority list when I was looking. It was a new build, so it had not as much colour as I currently have in it, but it had a nice foundation where I felt like I could add my own personality to the house. The walls were really high and there were massive windows, which were two aspects that I definitely wanted within kind of my dream home. With Rixo, we do a lot of mixing of prints, and I think probably from looking at my house you could tell that it does look a bit like a Rixo house. I actually painted this canvas and the one in the hallway. Matisse is probably one of the biggest inspirations of what I like to paint. My husband makes furniture, so he had a few projects that I definitely gave him. Got some old tiles, I've got my husband to make some frames for them. My twin sister designed the Rixo flagship in the Kings Road. I definitely was calling her in to help with my house. It was her idea, but why don't you put some stained glass in the windows to kind of make almost a feature of it. She's just around the corner, so it was great just to have that expertise help as well. This is me and Brooke's favourite room to be in the house. We both love our sleep. The bed was the first thing that we got in the room, and I feel like the light really complements it with the rattan and the little hints of warm colours. This is another painting that I did. I wanted it to feel quite calm. We added in some stars, so it kind of just felt a little bit more celestial. My husband made the frame that it's in also. We've actually just recently painted the bathroom blue just to kind of add a little bit of colour, especially as the two rooms almost feel as an extension of each other. It just feels like a really nice space to actually get ready in the morning. My morning routine's definitely changed since having a baby. So it's normally a 5:30 wake up with Erin. The first kind of 15 minutes is spent him cuddling us in bed. And then my husband always brings me a coffee in the morning up to bed. And then I get to catch up on a bit of leftover work from the day before. So I feel like there's something quite relaxing about having a coffee and just checking your to-do list. My role at Rixo is pretty much everything creative. A big part of my job is actually the design of the clothes and the prints. One of the things that we're doing at the moment is our first little stint at homeware. We had a real focus on textiles. You can change fabrications or textiles in a room and it instantly can make something look different. Having pieces that are so easily accessible, it's quite exciting to see how people can put it into their own home. Home to me is somewhere that all my friends and family can come around and you love spending time in it. Me and my husband always say to each other, I'm so glad that we've got our home. I've always rented or been in a house share, so to have my own home is something I don't take for granted.